Hello folks, welcome. Sorry we're a bit late today. I was taking care of some IRL stuff and I'm still gonna have to like leave real quick for like a minute and half an hour because I'm actually making a stew right now, so I gotta like go check on it, see if it's done. Making some beans too for me and my partner to eat tomorrow. Which is part of why I was slightly late. But you know, gotta plan ahead and all that. Welcome, folks. Okay, so tonight, we're making some SCP artwork. This is the commission I've got for the SCP 7000 contest. Right there, you can see the 173 redesign that I did. Just to have something on the screen right there, but it's not gonna have to do anything. It's not, well, the only relation to it is gonna be the SCP label. So what we're doing tonight is basically a huge hole. It has some interesting properties, but the gist of it is we're gonna make an aerial pic of a big old hole growing in the middle of the Amazon forest. So we're first going to try and find pictures, like suitable pictures, aerial photos, satellite photos, stuff like that, and then we'll try and put a hole in there. So welcome, folks. Weish and Oleander, welcome, folks. Thank you so much for the follows. And who else is here? Sora, Yonai, RGV, Rose, Mactel, Sombrero, and Nuggets. Welcome, fellow Valdevians. This got on real quick. Pastrod, hi. The Valdevian thing caught on real quick. I guess for a little context, that's wait for people to come in. A little context. The other day, one day last week, I don't recall which day it was. After the stream, we raided Shen, Shenanigansen, and Shen was like, "Hey Val, how should I call your?" Like, do you have like a name for your followers or for your audience? And I was like, nope, I never thought of that. Let me think of something real quick. Valdevians. and we found it funny in the moment. And for some reason, people who were in that raid got onto that. So Valdevians is now a thing, I guess. Welcome, Valdevians, one and all. If there's a hole, I'll jump in it. Oh, I'm very sorry, but you will get vaporized immediately. You will essentially, yeah, get immediately destructed. Very sorry, RGV. You should have waited to see what the hole does. Dokari, thank you. Welcome. And Pans Pignon, maybe? I don't know if that's French. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Is this for an already proposed SCP-7000? Is it for one that hasn't been submitted yet? It hasn't been submitted yet. It's still in draft form. I have read the draft so far, but it isn't finished. The writers got until I think the end of the week to post the draft. So we will have the image before that. Now it is on Riss's. Riss is the person who commissioned this, by the way. It's on Riss's terms to finish it before the deadline. Are you listening, Riss? Are you here? Riss will probably come over at some point during the stream. I don't know when exactly. Teach me a word in Spanish. Well, we'll do the each letter of SCP, I guess. Secure is asegurar, I guess, maybe. Yeah, I would say that. Asegurar. It is nice French though. Merci, ma mère est française. Been some wonderful fan art that I've loved seeing. For which one? Okay, so we'll have probably the client coming in a little while. I've DM'd them already. Yep, didn't forget to do that. Okay, so first things, we'll be looking for pictures, and then we'll be I'm editing them. I already got something for the sinkhole itself, but we need background to put it on. So that's essentially like what we're going to be looking for in that this first part of the stream. And I have a few different pictures for the sinkhole, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Let's go into the browser. Why not? Say hi to 173. I just had them here on the screen. This is the full version. If you didn't see it, that was my redesign, and it got very popular to the point where this was very funny. I explained it a couple streams ago, but I think it's worth repeating because it is now on topic. The other day, Google, when you have a website and it's registered on Google, you can opt in for them to send you like stats from time to time, and they'll tell you like, oh, how did people find your website? What did they search for? Did it appear up in the searches? And so I check those stats, and it says a lot of people are coming into my website by searching for SCP-173, and further it says it is among the first results. So I'm like, damn, like one of the first 5 results. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I search for SCP-173, and what do I find? Oh, now it's third. It was first at the time I checked in these little previews here, which was incredible. It was first for a decent while. Now it went back to third in the previews, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. But still, that's like pretty amazing. Jesus. Are you guys advertising your SCP 7000 proposals? Shake my head. Okay. Hey, Nuria, if you do want a picture, I'm still open to commissions until the end of the week. So feel free to ask me. $90. It's pretty cheap. Oh, not yours. Okay, I thought it was your proposal. I love that S173 was specifically created based on one image, and now that image isn't associated with it. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a stroke of luck, right? It was the person who first made it didn't realize how big it would become, and didn't really check copyright, which was an oversight, but still. Okay, anyway, we got SCP-173. By the way, I'm gonna link to my SCP stuff in the chat if you guys want to see my page on the SCP wiki, because all my art for SCPs here, including like small things and unreleased stuff. Rip Mr. Peanut statue. Don't worry, my version here has a little peanut on the floor as a reference. Kind of like someone threw a peanut. See if it would eat it. Anyway, let's start looking for a picture. So we're looking for the Amazon forest, and we'll be looking for aerial pictures. So I think first things we'll be looking for, we'll be looking in Picroll, because they have some satellite photos. Maybe some aerial photos as well, so we'll see. Oh, that's an Amazon. No, not. I want the Amazon rainforest, please. Okay, what is this? National parks. Aerial. Not national parks either. Oh, we got a big old caldera here. That's fun. We could use that as part of the sinkhole, perhaps. Just to give you guys a really quick explanation of what this SCP is going to be all about. It's hopefully without spoiling too much. It is your birthday. Happy birthday, Honeybee. As a gift for you, we have a hole. Big hole in the ground. Okay, but let's look for aerial pictures of maybe rainforest instead of Amazon. Let's look for satellite, perhaps. Amazon satellites. Let's give me statues of Amazons again. Satellites for sale. Is this a real picture? It definitely looks like one, yeah. That's great. Who would have thought of checking copyright laws back in 2007? I would, but I'm built different. Spent €130 on a Dracula doll. Hell yeah. Look for it in Portuguese. Unfortunately not on this site, because this site is mostly English based. And the pictures, if we get pictures like satellite photos, it will be from NASA. So they're gonna be in English. Okay, maybe Amazon rainforest. Well, here is definitely something that I guess is the Amazon somewhere, but it's a bit far too zoomed out. It is a satellite photo though, so that's nice. We're gonna filter that by years. From what? Why is 1863 the newest one? That doesn't make any sense. Years are broken. We have broken time. You're a nerd? That wasn't on 4chan? No, I never really liked 4chan. Bunch of weirdos. Extensive fires in the Amazon. Image of the day. Well, that's already closer to what we're looking for. And if the hole is supposed to be gigantic, it does make sense. Mato Grosso, Brazil. What's the time period for this SCP? I'm actually not sure, but I think it's current. Biblically accurate angel themed necklace. Ooh, nice. Planning to paint it so it looks like googly eyes. Yes, please do. Oh my god, I'd love to see that. If you do that, please let me know. Let us see the results on the Discord. Hey, raise your hands if you aren't on the Discord, because shame on you if you aren't. Join right now. Not to shame you, but it's a great place. Hey Sean, we're doing SCP. We're looking for aerial pictures of the Amazon, or satellite photos. We're seeing what we can find. I'll probably look through other sites if this doesn't really give me a lot, or even through the NASA site, because they tend to have some really good satellite photos. Have you read any S7000 entries? Just this one. This SCP proposal hasn't been posted yet, but it is by Riss Tanner at a swarm of bees on Twitter. And on here, so if you see a swarm of bees in the chats, that is them. And hey, thank you to all the new follows. Who did I miss? Frango, that's chicken, I believe, right? In Portuguese. Nietzsche, Eddie is dead, and Amy and her dog. Hey Amy, hey Amy's dog. How does a swarm of bees have a Twitter account? Mysteries of the universe. Rainforest mountains. That's nice. Not really aerial, more from like a mountain vantage point, but it's nice. Full pictures of the rainforest. Yeah, be careful of bees in the chat today. Just stay very still. They won't get you. Okay, not a lot here really. Not getting a lot of pictures of Amazon on this website, but we can look for more. Let's do... I'm gonna take a gamble on Openverse. Openverse is the Creative Commons official search tool. And it can be a bit wonky, but it can give you some good stuff. So we're looking for Amazon Aerial, and we're filtering that by licenses. Let's see. We don't really have a lot here. We can also use these licenses. This is SCP. Yeah, so we do have quite a few. As long as you don't shake the beach hour, we won't get violent. Exactly. Hey, Alo. Got stung by a wasp like 3 weeks ago. Would not recommend. I'll take that into account. Definitely allergic to bees, but I still have a hive in my backyard. That's brave of you. Just don't anger them. That's a good tip. And Coral the water plant. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Okay, this one's very good. If we're doing a huge, like enormous sinkhole in the middle of the Amazon, this is where. SCP 6000 contest seems so recent. Can't believe we're 7,000, right? It was so fast. Whose 7K entry are you doing art for? It's for Riz Tenor, aka a swarm of bees on Twitter. Who I also did an image for last year. And actually another one for an unreleased article. Oh, this one's a very large image too. These ones are good. Got some really good images there. We could use any of these. These are very good. I probably don't want to use any with the river. Because that's just going to make the whole kind of harder to put on there. This one's my favorite, I think. Can't wait for the SCP 10,000 contest in like 3 years. At this rate, that might happen. Okay, this one's good. I think we'll start with this one. Aesthetically, it's very nice, so it's going to be a good base. Now, did I download it? Yep. Stoned Affection. Thank you for the follow. And also, I am calling this stream SCP 7000 because I'm just that confident that it will win. I'm rooting for it, since it's the one I got a commission for. 25k con. Okay, so real nice place. We can see the trees, they're just tiny little dots down there. And let's see. How big is this? Let me really quickly give it a check. Because I think Riz mentioned a specific size range. I think it's like hundreds of meters. It's in that range. Let's see. Well, I'm sure they mentioned. I do remember them mentioning either in the article itself or in the chat that it was about like in the range of hundreds of meters. So we can just make a big hole in here, and it would fit that bill. Cats are 15 years or older. They're considered super seniors. Whoa, that's a cool term. Some authors are doing a real working TTRPG on SCP. Oh my god. The lengths the community goes to is insane. A clicker game for a 7K entry. Like working within the wiki? That sounds insane. But hey, best of luck to them. Hope they can get it working. Clicker game. Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to find the images of sinkholes that I had. There we go. I'd gathered a few. Okay. Let me put that into the browser so everyone can take a look at them and judge by themselves. Okay. So this one's one of my favorites. It's a bit cut off on the side. Oh, where did you go? Here. It's a bit cut off on the side, but I really like how it caves in and then just does a sheer drop. Obviously it's like the size of a person, but you make this larger and suddenly becomes this huge thing. So I like this one. It's from Hawaii, apparently from surveying the damages an eruption has made. And it is public domain, so downloading that. We got this one in a residential area. I kind of liked this one because there's like stuff falling into it. We could use it as sort of textures. Perhaps. So that is apparently from the US Geological Survey. We'll look for sinkholes here and find the specific image. Try to get the best quality version. That's pretty decent quality. Yeah, that could do. So let me download it as well. We have some extra cracks and like damages and sinkholes. They're all from this Hawaii survey. Some of them are in concrete, because in the beginning I was considering like, okay, how do I make this? Do I make it into, is it destroying a city or is it in somewhere in the wilderness? With the story, it's gonna fit way better to do it in the wilderness, especially with this like enormous hole, because the person who this sinkhole is kind of attached to, like their containment procedures is just like get them as far away from people as possible. Okay, I really like this one because there's some roots coming out of the dirt, and if we just scale this up, there's trees right next to it, so it does make a certain amount of sense. And this was just one of the images I was thinking for like vibes. It's a very small image, unfortunately. It's not something we can use, but it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. Like there's buildings essentially right next to the void. Incredibly creepy, and it just goes into pure black nothingness. Oof, hate that. Absolutely hate that. But yeah, I just chose that one for vibes, essentially. This one's good as well. It has some like vegetation that's nearly falling in. It's more grass than trees, which is what we would need for the scale, but we could maybe get some use out of it, so downloading it as well. Because you never know. Downloading everything I can, just to possibly save us work in the future. Okay, let's see. Ooh, and let me catch up with chat. It's gone fast. We always wanted an SCP show. The problem is the licenses. Nobody like serious or big budget is going to want to work on an SCP show, which in a way does like insulate it from a certain type of greed, of corporate greed, which is nice. It allows the SCP community to kind of stay in a more controlled bubble on the internet. Otherwise, like, people might be taking advantage left and right of people's work. Rounderhouse versus DJ Cactus rematch. You know the fun part? Last year I did an image, one of the main images for both cactuses and rounders articles. So it was, I hitched my bets. Whichever one of them won, I would win with them. And Rounder won with the snake lady I made for him. That was fun. This year though, Rounder is apparently not going for the win, just going for a fun article, which that's nice. And he's gone too good at Photoshop, so he doesn't need my help. And Cactus doesn't need my help either, apparently. Playing both sides, exactly. That way you get the best chances. Okay, so let's get our sinkholes in here. All of them. Summoning every sinkhole. Some of them I just want to use for textures. Okay, so this one here. I first want to do a selection around it. It shouldn't be too hard for Photoshop, and as I release this button and Photoshop does its work, it'll start making my camera go wonky, so don't worry. That's just, it's Photoshop. Or it doesn't. I don't know if it did this time, but it usually does. Dude almost died for an SCP. You know, that's dedication right there. Okay, so obviously the angle doesn't match, which is the most unfortunate part of this. But what a warp can't fix, nothing can. What we don't have is the right part of the hole, but we can fix that up with some of the other pictures we got. Summon thy holes. We can also do this in several parts, like the inside of the hole here. Maybe we can re-add the original. Well, we'll see. We'll see in a minute. What we need, just as a quick little placeholder, perhaps. Is the new edge here. There we go. So I'll remove anything that goes outside like this, and kind of mix these two, and we shall be good. Nice. So now it has a right edge. It's mirrored, but that should be fine because for now we just want to set things up, essentially. Okay, let's see. Let me reset transform. Delete that layer mask. And now reuse the hole here in mostly its original form without a lot of editing. I want to see if it would look good. Hey Chiptune. Welcome in. And Diana Fresh Prince. Welcome. So I'm essentially checking like we have essentially the peripheral hole, like where the drop starts. It starts like dropping in below. And then we have the hole proper, which is the part in the middle. Going good, Chipton? Doing a little commission for SCP. It's looking like it's going to be the only one I'm going to be do for this contest, but it's fine. Last year I did 4, but then again, I was severely undercharging last year, so the price change might explain that, which is fine. I feel like at some point I was a bit, you know, more scared of quote unquote losing a client, as in, you know, asking for too much and they would go away. At some point I realized, you know, like art takes time and you gotta like charge for the whole value of the thing, and if that makes some people drop out, you gotta accept that. Because thankfully I am at a point where, you know, if I have some people drop out, there are going to be people behind them that are able to pay the fair price. So yeah, it's still a process though, of course. I'm still not amazing at pricing things, but I'm trying to get better. Trying to get better and try to know my own worth, which is hard. It's a hard thing. Is there going to be something going outside or inside that hole? There's going to be stuff going inside, as most holes do, but we're also going to hint at stuff coming out of the hole. We'll see how exactly as we go. But now, like, setting up the hole in a realistic way, and then we'll start adding the more fantastical elements. Let's see, like little things. I'm checking through the conversation with Riss, where we talked about this, and seeing some of the things they mentioned. Let's see. Just some quick like bullet points. The hole destroys matter and transforms it into other things. So anything that gets into the quote-unquote perimeter of the hole itself, not the drop around the hole, but like the hole itself. Anything that gets into the perimeter gets like vaporized or turned into some sort of goo. Okay. Another bullet point. The anomaly is associated with black, yellow, and orange. A palette I modeled specifically of the matter surrounding black holes. So if you've seen that black hole picture with those yellow, orange, red tones, that's basically, and the black in the center, that's basically the vibe we want to go for like the more fantastical stuff. So let's see, then there is an entity living inside the hole, but it's like human sized, so we wouldn't see it at this scale. That's something that we're not going to be able to represent. But there's a sort of pitch or tar, a kind of thick substance. But at the point in the story where this happens, like at the biggest point in the sinkhole, it's just kind of like breaking reality a little bit. So we can do some just wacky things, I feel like. You picked up a Gator Staley transplanted flag. Gator Staley is great. You made it in my walls. Welcome. Great to have you here. Okay, so other resources we need is this kind of tar-like substance. We can use anything kind of thick. So oils. We can use tar, obviously. We can use stuff like honey, even if we just change the color to black, because it'll have a bit more of a transparent vibe. So we can work within those kind of oranges and reds as well. Let's see, other things. So Riz also suggested using colors for the image itself, using kind of sunset colors, which I think we could try at the end, depending on the color vibe of the hole itself. I think that's most of the information here. Yeah. IKEA Gator. I think I've seen that one, yeah. 60 entries for 7,000. Damn, that's some tough competition this year, it seems like. Okay, so first thing we want to do to get the vibe right is make the inside pitch black. So I'm just using some soft lights on top of the previous layers and making that drop fade into black a bit faster. So we can't really see what's in there, just big hole. Hey Capri Moon, thank you for the follow. And did I mention Bongo Bill? Bongo Bill, thank you for the follow as well. Hey Pyrotechnics. Doing good, thank you very much. Oh, can you guys in 15 minutes or so, I'm checking the clock, but in 15 minutes or so, remind me that I gotta go check on my stew. If you missed the very beginning of the stream, I'm making a stew like right now. At this moment. It's like sitting there like slow cooking, but I gotta check it at about 3 hours from when it started, so that would be in 15 minutes. Just checking that, like turn off the heat and see if it's looking all right, if it needs a bit more cooking, because I'm getting it ready for tomorrow. Nice old bean stew. We gotta figure out the edges as well, like where here, how the edges of the hole, these dirt edges, how they contact the forest. Apparently I had COVID because now I can't taste anything. Oh no. Hopefully that goes away quick. alarm that literally screams two at you. I'm actually, hold on. I will make an alarm here. There we go. Also, I guess very appropriate to my stream, where there's currently a fly. This is one of these very small flies walking on top of my camera, and I think it's trying to get you guys to see it. We'll see. We'll see if it walks over the lens. I'll try not to spook it. But if you suddenly see a blur in front of me, that is just a curious fly. He's a fan, yeah. I think he's read Megalomorpha. Yeah, we got a little bug friend tonight. He vibing, for sure. I'm just walking around the screen right now. Where are you going? I don't think it understands English. Probably have to speak to it in Spanish. There is a giant moth in my room. Well, you've just been visited by Megalomorpha. So it's fine. Accept your fate. Most people get used to it pretty quick. So we need a sort of atmosphere gradients with some light blue like this. That's the thing with very long distant photos where you're like huge landscapes, is that anything that's far enough, you'll start getting atmosphere between you and the object. So you gotta make it feel hazier. Just because there's too much air in the middle. So there you go. That's a small thing, but anything that's far enough from the camera will start getting that hazy look to it. Your cat eats moths. Evil. That's evil. They literally do nothing wrong. When has a moth ever done something wrong? Think about it. Okay, so we can use this and use these kind of plastic things kind of to help with that tar-like substance, stuff falling in, kind of indeterminate stuff falling in. You don't know if it's going in or out, but it just brings something like a pretty common sinkhole. Well, it's huge, but a regular-ish sinkhole into something that'll be a bit more fantastical. You got a very durable cat. That's very violent too. I love that. I wish to do that too someday. It's like outlive anyone out of pure spite. Okay, I want to try this out. See where it works better. Mothman commits tax evasion. Where did you hear that? Mothman is a perfectly law-abiding citizen. I will have no Mothman slander here today. Rude. Sometimes you quote SCP author names to yourself and laugh. Why is that? Silly names? We'll see what we do about this plasticky thing. But for now, let's try to integrate these two drops. I like the surface of this one. Feels a bit steeper, which is nice. You got a Mothman plushie? Nice. Someday we'll make some Valdevia plushies. Mark my words. Someday. Hey, it's Milo! Hey, good to see you here. Here to curse my stream. Curse it with your presence. Always love that. First stream. Is there a Discord server? There very much is. Let me drop you a link. It's more of a big community of horror artists and people who enjoy horror art. Not specifically centered on the stream, but we also talk about the stream in the live stream channel. Also, L Froggy, welcome. So what does this SCP do? It's a big hole that grows. It's also attached to a person, which I won't. I'll try not to spoil too much, so you guys can still read it and get something out of it. But it's a fun one. I have no idea what a meta foundation is. For some reason that sounds like crypto. I think because the combination of metaverse and foundation is one of the NFT stores. Is the person in the hole? No, the hole just grows wherever the person is. Am I turning plastic into waterfalls? I'm trying to do something like that. I just found this picture with the sinkhole and plastic falling into it, and I was like, let's give it a try, you know? Let's see what we can do with this. There's also in the description there's a sort of tar-like substance that's associated with this hole. So we could use that as a base for the tar. There is a sort of there is an entity of sorts in the middle of the hole, like something that comes out of it. The main protagonist, I guess, is the hole. Hole creature. There is a some sort of hole creature in here. Don't know if we'll use this one. Maybe just the little roots, because I like those. That's like little accents. Will you get arrested if you feel a hole creature a bagel? The hole creature, if I recall correctly, can only be seen by the person kind of causing the hole. So unless you're cursed into having a big hole follow you around, you won't even be able to interact with the whole person. Very sorry. Sometimes life is unfair like that. Hey, Soup. We are building a hole today, I guess. We're just trying some stuff out, putting some pictures on top of each other, as you do. And, ooh, it's 15 past. Hold on. Okay, let me do a quick thing here. Make this slightly darker. I want it to fit with the rest. Okay, I need to go check on my stew. For those that don't know, I'm currently like out there in the kitchen making a bean stew. And also, oh, hey, hold on, we got a friend. Hold on, look at this. Look at this boy. It just like fell in my hand. I think it might be a bit frail or something. It's kind of sluggish. Oh, there it went. Bye. Okay. I'll be right back, okay? I'll put a little BRB thing here. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Just gonna check if the stew is done and put it off the heat if it is. So let me be right back. Checking on the beans. Very important to check on the beans. Okay, I will be right back, guys. The beans. They are ready. They're good. The beans are well done, and the stew is tasty. Just had to add a little bit of salt, and we're good. Put it off the fire. Today in cooking adventures with Valdevia. Just got bean jump scared. Love the bean jump scare. Can you have some stew? Maybe it's towards the end of the stream. You gotta kind of leave the stew sitting, which is why I'm making it today, so we can eat it tomorrow. You gotta leave the stew sitting for a few hours at the very least, so the tastes get to know each other. Stew pilled. I am stew pilled. I am stew pilled and bean washed. Frijoles scare. Here we say, well, in what I'm making is faves, which is a very specific, a very traditional dish from the region I come from. Let me show you the faves. Why not? Let's see. Oh, fabada specifically. Fabada is pretty much the most traditional dish of my regional cuisine. I was very lucky to find all the ingredients over here in the Canary Islands, like all the way as far as you can get from my home region. So it is beans, of course, chorizo, which is a type of red spicy sausage. You probably know about it. Pretty well known outside of Spain as well. Tocino, which is this type of meat, which has like the streaks of fat in it. And there's morcilla, which is the blood sausage, and some bay leaves. Essentially there's not that much more. It's one of those like traditional dishes that come from like very, very poor areas and that got elevated into this, iconic dish. So that's what I was cooking. Yeah, it's very, very good. It's like amazing. But there's a very, very specific way of cooking it. You got to do something which you're going to find that's funny. You got to scare the beans. It's literally called asustar in las favas. Favas is a specific word faves in the Asturian language for beans. You got to scare them. So when you first put them you first put only the beans in the pot. You got to wait for it to boil. Then add some cold water. When it starts boiling, you add some cold water in. You kind of scare them. You shock them a little bit. Then you wait for it to boil again. You add some cold water again. And you do this 3 times. And then you add everything and you let it boil for 3 hours. You let it simmer for 3 hours in low heat. Which is why I was checking on it from time to time. So, faves. We got the beans. The stew is done. And it just needs to sit there for overnight for the best taste ever. Anyway, sorry. I'm completely been peeled. Anyway. So yeah, sorry, that is what I was cooking. Morcilla is very good, yeah. You call it pietra, interesting. Edging the beans. Edging the beans. I love that. That's the best way of putting it. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway. We got the beans too. We got it done. So let's keep working on the whole. Where were we? Just some levels here. Oh, Pietra. Oh, Pietra. Hadn't seen your New Year's point rewards. Yes, we added some more expensive point rewards so people could save up for something silly. So all the new very expensive point rewards are add a googly eye IRL. As you can see, we already got 2 and 3. So people were quick on that one. We got ban a Photoshop tool, which straight up took that one out of the last challenge stream we did. That was last Wednesday. So we have a ban a Photoshop tool reward where you get to pick a tool and it gets banned for the rest of the stream. We got a new Discord role. We got make the googly eyes permanent. So all the googly eyes that were redeemed during that stream, they get locked in, and I got to post the googly eye version online as well as the regular one. And then as the most expensive one, you got make me close Photoshop without saving, which would be very evil of you to do, but you can do it. But hey, if people stockpile points, might as well give them something for it. Hey, here's a swarm of bees. That is Riz, who commissioned this whole zone. Welcome. You just got the tail end of me talking about beans for like 15 minutes, so me talking about beans too. Classic segment of this stream. So welcome. I found this really good image of the Amazon rainforests, and we are starting to add a hole to it. I'm gonna remove the atmosphere in the center of the hole because I want it to feel pitch black. Even if that removes a touch of realism, that's fine. Go to sleep? Okay. You have a good night. Thanks for coming. Folks, we love beans. We love beans here. Like, I just literally went in to check on the beans too that I was cooking. Which is why bean talk ensued. But yeah, we love a delicious hearty stew in this chat. If you don't, you're a hater. You better get out of here if you don't love a home-cooked stew. Okay, so we're gonna take the edges since it's supposed to be big trees. I want to have the edges of the trees still like pop out from the edge, from the corners here. The hole contains more stew, confirmed. Just a big bowl, exactly. This is officially the stew hole. Hey Marina. I'm kind of softening up the edge. You know, especially around here, around the bottom, we should have the tops of the trees overtake the edge of the hole. Googly eyes. Ooh, we got googlies. Of course, you know where they're going. You know where the googlies are going. Come on. They're down there in the bottom. And it's very appropriate because in the story there is something living down there in the bottom. So very appropriate. Good choice. Googly the pit. I'm on it, boss. And all of the googlies floating on stream. Okay, so we got do a little blend if underlying layer is bright. like so. There they are. Lovely. And I'm gonna make them a bit darker. Just stalking us through I love this. It's very cute. Perspective googlies, of course. We gotta make them fit into the image. New reward idea similar to googly eyes. Add a bowl of bean stew in. Bowl of cebada. Giant worm on a string down there. Perhaps. Well, we'll never know. Or if you want to know, you gotta jump into the hole. So, good luck. Okay, what else do we have here? I don't know if we'll use any of this edge specifically. Oh yeah, we were doing the edges here. Where were we? Here. This is a radical new art direction we need for the S7000 contest. Exactly. Like, there's a lot of competition this year, so you gotta call people's attention with googly eyes. First, they'll be just curious about the googlies. Then they will learn to fear them, and finally, they will know to love them. That's how it goes. That's how every googly tale starts. So I'm doing the top of the trees. It's gonna affect the googlies a little bit. That's fine, because they are in a blend if. So anything we do will get automatically added here or cut out as needed. Of course, the trees pop out like that because they're the ones right at the edge. So they cover the edge slightly. We don't need to be super perfect about this because they're very small, like each individual tree. So at the end of the day, we're just seeing like the big strokes, we're seeing the big textures, but might as well be consistent with it and have a nicer looking edge. So what you see I'm doing here is every time I find the edge of a tree, I just kind of follow it, like see where it leads me and cover that area. Also, the camera might be, because every time I do this, the camera goes a bit wonky like this. Just out of pure concentration. Worm and string owners, please don't let your worms off their strings. They can grow to kaiju-like sizes and dwell in holes, exactly. Or climb up buildings. It's been known to happen. I have documented proof of it, actually. The entire state of Nevada has been taken over. No, those worms, they can be dangerous. Beware the worms. Okay, so these would be the part of the edge we care the most about. The one, or you know, the edges of the tree that go over the corners. The other ones were fine. Governments are collapsing. The worms are taking over. It is too late now. We can't fight it. You never put the hole in Nevada. Big oversight. You know, you guys know every good hole has to be in Nevada. Like, what does Nevada have? What do they even have left if we remove the holes? Nothing. Shout out to the watchers here watching us today from Nevada, from inside their cozy holes. Must be nice down there. They wanna get this beans too. You have a good night, Sombrero. Thanks for coming. That future tweet post where God crawls out of the Nevada hole. That's true. Okay, so what do you guys think about these big sheets of plastic? Are they dropping into the hole or are they crawling out of the hole? Because now we gotta figure it out. Like, we can keep them, we can remove them, but we gotta figure out where they go if we do wanna keep them. Where they come from, where did they go? Obviously they need to be black, so I would have to either invert, which would give us some funky colors. That's nice. Yeah, I like inverting. I was gonna do levels otherwise, but something like this. But the inverting gives it some like strange, surreal colors. Where did they come from? Bottom eye hole. Like, the ground is coming apart and turning the plasma. I like that. Yeah, great idea. I'm actually thinking I might take this sheet of plastic and flip it around so it feels like it's sucked in, like it's thicker at the top, and it just gets thinner as it gets sucked in. So since it's now its own thing, essentially, you can just flip and do something like this instead. The angle here matches better too, like it feels like this thinner part is being pulled into the hole, which does fit what we want to do. Also, I love cozy music whenever I'm doing just, you know, big holes in the ground or whatever horrible thing I'm up to that day. Okay, let's see. Which one is this here? Okay. So now we need to do an invert layer. Whoa, that's trippy. Okay, we're doing an invert and only adding it to the sheets. So we gotta carefully choose where they go. And try not to get the invert like mix up with any other parts of the image. We just want it to affect the sheets. We'll also be changing the colors of them, because right now when you invert them, you get a lot of blues around them. All the shadows turn into these light blues. What I think we should do is turn those light blues into oranges and reds and yellows. That sort of palettes. Because that's the color palettes we're going for. What's your favorite whole scene in cinema? King Kong Buck Pit. Oh my god, whole scenes in cinema. That's a hard one. I'm trying to think, does quicksand count as holes? It kinda does, I would say. I've always, as a kid, I was terrified of quicksand, as if it was like a way more real threat to my existence that it ever turned out to be. So, TV really lied to us on that one, didn't they? It really made us think that quicksand would be something we would deal with as adults. Too much brain power put into that. Neo X Genesis, thank you so much for the follow, and Cybery as well. I like holes because Sigourney Weaver is very hot. That's... You're preaching the truth, brother. Ooh, what are you doing here? It's a little fly again. It's just being kind of sluggish, but it's getting on my... It's very nice to me, this little fly. Just look at it. Hold on. Hey, get on camera, please. Get focused. Hey, everyone say hi to... what's her name? She needs a name. I don't know. But she's like very comfortable on my hand, which is strange. Like, they'll usually fly away at this point. With my little stream bud. They're doing the hand thing where they clean their hands. Very cute. Margaret. Stuart. Edna. Winnipeg. Oh my god. El Wee Wee. Susan. Oh, don't go. Hey. Come here. Oh! It came back into my hand. Oh my god. Look at her. She's amazing. I've trained her already. I'll give you some beans too. Jeff Goldblum. Oh my god. No, don't go. Come back. Oh. Now you're on my screen. Oh, that I won't allow. I really like Edna. Edna is a very fly name. So I'll pick Edna as yet. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Edna is here. She's right now right on top of the... follow my hand, please. Oh, she did it again. Oh my god. Hi, Edna. What you up to? She's doing the hand thing again. And just cleaning her head. Oh my god, she's my pet now. I'll take care of you. Forever. She's on my mic. I think she likes me. We'll be best friends. I'm the fly trainer. Please someone clip the fly coming back to me. That was not that I was not expecting that to happen. The fly to just nonchalantly land on my... It landed on my hand again. Like, I'm literally training this thing. Hey, like, Edna, come back here. Come back. Come on, don't be afraid. I think she's a bit shy of appearing on camera, but she's a good friend. How to Train Your Dragon with Fly version. Megalomorph real. See? The bugs like me. You guys thought the mosquitoes were after me. They were trying to get my blood, but no. They're just fans. They just like Megalomorph. That was a real reason all along. How nice. Oh, here, let's go back to the edits. The bugs are recognizing me. See, that's the only fame I care about. Being friend of the bugs. Friend and ally to the bugs. When they take over, they will spare me. Also, thank you for the clip Milo. Okay, we need to turn those blues into, well, essentially just invert the colors. Which we could do. I'll hit invert again and just do it on color. Does that do anything? No, it doesn't. It doesn't really do that. Maybe color and luminosity. I mean, yeah, it doesn't do that much. Okay, we'll just do it manually on top. The higher bug council. Yes, please, allow me into the bug council. I can be trusted with the knowledge of insects. I will not squander this opportunity. Are those googly eyes at the bottom of the pit? They are. For the new folks today, the googly eyes are a point reward you guys can unlock, which make me put some googly eyes somewhere in the image. They're just for us, just for the stream. They are our little secret. We love the googly eyes. Ooh, okay, I like this orange. Now we got some more horror appropriate music with the Lavender Town song. It also happens to go hard, so. Chrome gradient map. Look here, you little. You'll never make me do chrome gradient map. It feels like lava a little bit. I like that. I kept wondering if Edna was going to try and feed off you. I mean, it was probably landing on my skin because maybe it smells like beans. Maybe it smells like bean stew. That's not a weird thing to say, by the way. I've just been cooking bean stew for those who just got here. Maybe there's some trace smell of bean stew, and that's why it keeps landing on this hand. There's traces of bean stew on my hands. I love the phrases I come up with on this stream that are just taken for granted. Are you an art streamer or do you stream horror games too? 99% of the time I stream art. What are the bean hands? Remember the time where I thought the Lavender Time horror story was real? Yeah, the creepypasta, me too. I was a kid. And I thought this music would make me go crazy. That was fun. Fun times when we were innocent enough to believe in the creepy stories we heard on the internet. I've taken a lot of that energy and tried to put it into my art. If you guys ever noticed that. Oh, hey Edna. Where did she go? Well, Edna just appeared in front of my face, but that went away. Maybe I am hallucinating. Okay, we need some yellows as well to go with the oranges. Some like strong, deep yellows. What is this one here? Ooh, maybe, okay, let me try something. Instead of color, now that's a big pot of melted cheese. Yum yum. Anyway, I'm doing some color here, or ooh, there's some fun color combinations to do there. So we go from this orange to this yellow and it makes a little gradient map. Makes it feel a bit more like lava. The cheese hole. You can't throw craft singles in the hole, what are you doing? Good old Harry's. Up to no good. This looks good though, I like it. Deep fry it. You're a voice of evil, Fire. Hello fellow Valdevians. You guys picked up on that so quick. I guess it's official now. All of you are Valdevians. Imagine throwing a craft single in the hole and then hearing a slap noise like it hit something. Just a good old... Are you making a cheese hole? I'm trying not to. I'm trying with all my energy to not do a cheese hole, but it might end up being one. We will see. Well, Deviant has a nice ring, catchy and easy to remember. It's nice. It is pretty good. So I wanted to see how it would look like if I sort of transitioned the trees into the goo. Kind of like make them pop out from the goo from time to time. Kind of like they're just floating down there, getting absorbed. I don't really love that like peppered look. The idea is that things are falling into this hole and they're melting. They're turning into the goo. No, it is not cheese, it is trees. Also, we will have at some point, we will have to apply the shadows from the clouds on top of things, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Not yet, but I really want to watch it. So, no spoilers, folks. Objective class, cheese. That's the worst type. And the tastiest type. Also, I'm turning this dead grass into trees again. You want to eat the melted world goo? Yes, please eat it. Let us know. Let us know how that goes. How do you know the cheese aren't turning into cheese as it melts? I don't know. Only the writer can answer that. So Riz, I'll give you the stage. Do they actually turn into cheese? Is that a possibility within the lore? It's a very serious question, and you must answer. Time for me to try and learn Mercy. Thank you so much. And thanks for coming. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, so how about we keep it a little bit more, you know, like the trees are more literally falling in there. Maybe not as strong as this, but something like that. Maybe instead of erasing it like I've been doing here, I can, whoa, that's the other way around. I can do something a bit more subtle. So I take some regular trees, just do this, and then change their perspective so they're getting squashed. And then we try and add that only to the affected area, of course, as I don't know what, we'll see. Something where it pops on top of the goo. And go watch a horror movie with the fam. Enjoy, Maxwell. Thanks for coming. Let me change the music to something less sad, like Pixep. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Okay, something like add here. And then we slowly remove some of the layers that make it all gooey. We kind of make it a little bit more normal. Also, where are you, Edna? Edna keeps landing on me and then getting away. I think she's just shy. So the idea here is to hopefully transition slowly from the tree textures to the goo. Made a preliminary sketch. I'm gonna send it to you. Preliminary sketch of what? What did you get up to? Okay, let's see. Any multiply, darken doesn't look bad, but it looks a bit dark, obviously. I like overlay. So the idea is to just get a smooth transition from one to the other. Make it feel like a waterfall of sorts. Go to bed, Milo. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. Good to see you here. BRB screen, it's pretty messy right now. You scare me. In a good way. Can't wait to see what you come up with. Now this thing here needs to hopefully transition smoother into the other cascade, the other waterfall of sorts, goo fall. And now we need to do something similar but for this, which we should be able to manage. It does seem fairly manageable. So we'll do the same thing here with overlay. And it goes here. Flip it. And once again, the idea is to get it going from green to yellow to orange. And then just dip down in there. So we need to phase out the gradient map up here and the color layer. Maybe even add this on screen. And then we get a nice and smooth transition, or so I hope at least. Getting quotes, this has some nice ice tubs. That's very regular stuff I say every day. Words like ice stomps. Just, you know, everyday words. Love saying those. That's very cute, Jesus. Little fly. Just Valdevia things. Yeah, like ice stumps. Again, regular stuff. I like saying non-words. I love saying non-words. I love specifically saying things that don't make any sense outside of the very specific edits I'm making that day. Like ice stumps. Who knows what I was even referring to there, but it's better not to know sometimes. Okay, so I think we can add some more of these little cascades. We can figure some more out. Let's see, let's go into the browser. Oh, beans. I forgot I had beans on there. Okay, we'll go to Unsplash. We'll look, I think, for honey. Let's see if we can get some nice honey textures. Bean times are here again, as they always should. This one's not bad, but it won't really fit in the shape of the hole we're making. Which is kind of the point. What other honey-like substances could we use for this? There's been time. There's always been time in this stream. Every day, all day. I might even, okay, so if you guys last until the end of the stream, we're still here towards the end of the stream, I will get up and I'll get a little bowl of beans to show you, and I'll tell you it's good. Hopefully it will. BSAP, maybe, yeah. Molasses. Let's see, molasses or tar. Let's see, tar. Well, I gotta write it well for one. No, we'll just get roads. Pitch. They'll give us baseball. Oh no, pitches. Oh, also some baseball. Sap. Let's do sap. Okay, there are some nice ones. Ooh, this one feels icky. Maple syrup, nectar. Yep, good ideas too. Let's see, not a lot of sap though, just a couple images. And not that good for our purposes. So, syrup. Let's just keep it to one word. Usually better. Yeah, we got this one. That's not bad. This one here is not bad either. Resin could work. Let's see. Mostly wood resin. We got, oh, this drippy one might be good. Getting it downloaded. This one could be good as well. Oh yeah, I probably did look them up when creating the red orb. Nectar. But it's good to look these kind of things up again, because the collections will always grow. Oh, it's just bees. Which is appropriate, since there's a commission for a literal swarm of bees. Wax. Wax is good. I should check that out too, yeah. Let me give it a quick look too. Let's see, any melted wax. Candles, perhaps. Oh, candles with melted wax? Come on. How many layers I got there? Not as much, not as many as you think. We're not gonna play the game yet, though. Too early for the layer game. Melting, or yeah, maybe dripping. Got some weird images though. Strange pictures today. This one's nice. I think it's ice. Got the drip. Melting, well, we'll get a lot of icicles there, but it is worth a try. Is this too low quality? Yeah, just not necessarily because of pixels, but because the quality of the camera won't really help. Okay, let's give the ones we got a try. We don't need that many, really. It might be overkill to look for too many images. We might only need a few. Or a couple. I think these two are my winners for now. We'll do the same things as the plastic from before. At least we'll give that a try. We need to make it look more or less like the others. The other dripping parts. But we don't need as much. Okay, we essentially just need to connect it from here into the hole. So as long as we can get that part done, we're probably going to be good. There's also revealing some messy little parts here. That's fine. Malevolent won't see you approve beans too. Okay, Jesus. You have a good time zone as well. Don't worry, the VOD will be there if you want to see the bean stew later. Or perhaps next stream I will regale you all with tales of the bean stew. How good it was, hopefully. Okay, now I can add the gradient map. We'll see if it works. Okay, this needs to be darker. Got started and play 100 hours in 1 week. I know that feel. I've been there. What a great game. I kinda liked it better. It was a bit bigger. Like this. Okay, and now remove the gradient map from here. And we add some green from the trees. Also, hey, there it is. Oh, come back here. Where did you go? Come back here. Come on. Come on, you. Stand on my hand. Stand. You can be picky sometimes. So we can do something like this, and then maybe darken, multiply. Nah, maybe just normal. Okay, so we definitely show that this is a big hole, that it's turning its surroundings into goo and absorbing it into itself. What we're missing, big thing we're missing, is what happens to these streams, these goo streams, as they go down into the gullet. Like, do we have a swirl of orange down there, or do they just disappear into the pure darkness? What do you guys think would look better? Okay, I'm also gonna hopefully make this transition a little bit smoother. That looks a bit better. What am I making a commission for? For a swarm of bees here in chat. Who is Riz Tanner in SCP Wiki. Okay, so this layer essentially adds that, you know, atmosphere between us and the hole, which makes it all a bit brighter. Bees in chats when you least expect them. This time it's not an evil boat, that's true. A radical step in a new direction. Went from big ship to big hole. Okay, I'm gonna try to add some shadows behind these little waterfalls, kind of like they're floating right above. Stepping out of your comfort zone. That's always good. Maybe there will even be neutral and good votes in the future. You never know. You never know. Okay, I feel like we could just take these little streams and make them fizzle out into the hole. Like they're slowly just becoming small and tiny and filtering into the depths below. Which is a very stable app, isn't buggy at all, no way. And it's slanderous. Would be slanderous to say that. Twitch app not working, crashing, being annoying. I'll never. So we're just drawing this part. It'll be as we kind of blend the overall detail in, and that won't really matter a ton. So I feel like we can get away with drawing those little streams instead of trying to do them from photos. They just filter in like this. Kind of like they're getting compressed into tiny, tiny particles, like a black hole. Like they're just... no, don't do that, Photoshop, please. Okay, there we go. Yeah, kind of like they're collapsing under their own gravity. I'm making an SCP. I am. Hey, Squaw. Is the swarm of bees the author of the article? Yes, they are. I am allegedly. Still have to finish it. True. Real spaghettification. Spaghettification. That's a perfect word. Thank you. You know, I'm more of a beanification supporter when you turn into beans, but you know, I won't say no to spaghettification. Welcome to the bonus bean hole. Let's see what we got. We got some oranges going into the hole. Feels like fire, which is nice. Feels sort of fiery. Now, I want to try a couple things. I'm gonna make a soft light layer. You guys know I love doing soft lights. It's always a layer type that works quite well. We're gonna change this to a more bright orange and do some glow around them, kind of like it's lava. It's its own source of light over here. So everything around it gets a warm glow. Spaghettification on bean night? Can't be. I didn't think that was possible. Ooh, should it be smoking? Smoking. Or is that too fire-like? Should we keep it a little bit less fiery, more glowy? Maybe that could be for the best, because we don't want people to just see this and go like, oh, it's a forest fire. Also, it feels more eerie if there's no smoke. Just everything's going down there. So getting some glow on the nearby trees. Hey, Edna. Where are you going, Edna? Come here. Come, jump up. Refusing. He's refusing currently. Come on. She doesn't want to land on my hand anymore. Edna doesn't like me anymore. This is so sad. We'll make it too volcanic, that is true. Is this an SCP? Well, if the title is to be believed. Okay, so we got some soft light for the glow. And now just to counteract the glow, we need one that does shadow. Like the depths below. Let me remove the googlies because we're affecting that area. So I want to see what we're doing. I'm actually naming my layers. You wouldn't know it's me. I told you this. I do have to dunk my hand on this too, so Edna can be my friend again. Okay, so some like deep shadows, which I'm exaggerating here. I can then choose the opacity that works. So this here is our hole. I feel like we need a bit more contrast with the background. Like this part of the hole is too close to this dark green shadow part. I'm trying to think. Maybe we can change the colors so that it works a bit better. So what are you? These are yellows. Nice. Or maybe we do, okay, hold on. Let me take off the drip layers. And do this hue saturation thing below the drip layers. So we need to take the yellows and reds. It's not affecting this layer, which does make sense, of course. It's below that layer. Okay, so this we can essentially use to make this into a party hole, of course, but also just change the hue and the vibe of whatever we want. But what I basically want to do is add some red tones into the center of the hole, make it feel a bit more like a hellhole. And oh, there you go. I like the dark yellow in the transition, makes it look unnatural and freaky. Like this part, or the these ones here. I feel like I need a color layer too. Because this is like way too gray. Like it barely has any saturation. I want it to be a bit more confident in itself. I want the dirt to look like dirt, if that makes sense. Maybe not entirely, I'm kind of exaggerating it here just to see the look. But one of the main things we want here is a good transition between the edges of the hole and the forest around it. Because if you got a weak like contrast between those, they'll essentially blend together, and it's gonna be hard to see like what is what at first glance. Like, of course, if you look at it for a while, you'll guess what's going on, but we gotta make it very clear to the people who are seeing it for the first time, seeing it at a glance. Okay, what am I looking at? There's a big hole in the middle of the rainforest. That's the biggest point of information you need. And then we can talk about, you know, streams of liquid dripping into it, etc. Which is fine as well, but first thing we need to do is sell the original idea here. Which I think we're doing fairly well. And let me see, we do a color layer as well. This soft light, yeah. Should we give everything, as it gets closer to the center, just like doing a very quick test here, should we give everything a kind of like that black hole image that we're basing a lot of the vibes on? Should the colors deeper into the hole change, kind of transition into reds? Redshift is always welcome. It also makes the hole feel less natural. It makes it feel, yeah, more anomalous, which is the vibe we want to go for. So yeah, a redshift, like I mentioned. Maybe in a way, if we're thinking about this in lore terms, this is meant to be a sort of black hole. In terms of the lore, and I'm exaggerating this, by the way, don't worry, it'll get less strong. In terms of the lore, it absorbs things so fast that even the light coming out of it, like the light that bounces in and then comes out of it, gets slowed down by its just, you know, I guess a field of absorption. It gets slowed down in a way that when it gets to your eyes, it is redshifted. Would that be fun? I feel like that's, you know, that's sci-fi explanations here about actual, like, real life redshifting. Whose 7K is this one for? For a swarm of bees here. Yeah. Just gonna add that. Honestly, let's go. Real-time redshifting. Man, that's fun. That's like one of those things. And you can, like, tiny things you can add. Where if you know a little bit of the science behind it, it gives you that extra little bit of immersion. So yeah, if you're willing to go for it, then let's do it. Let's do the redshifting. Right, like just a little offhand detail, but it can add to the story. Now you have to credit me as a writer as well. I'm kidding. Every time someone does esoteric sci-fi world building for something that minor, they extend my lifespan for another month. Well then, let's go. Actual red shifting in here. You know, little thing I want to do here, it's kind of small, but here in this big layer that contains the 2 drips, I kind of want this drip to fall directly into the pits, and it's not really doing that. It's kind of hovering over some dead grass or whatever. Like, it should fall directly in. So I just removed the dead grass. Okay, we need a little bit more atmosphere covering things towards the back. So essentially what we did here, it's just like, it's essentially just a gradient. And I'm drawing it manually because that way I got a little bit more control. Yeah, getting that little bit of atmosphere in the middle makes it feel huge, like it's far away. Also, how are we in terms of size? It's like, does it fit, considering these are trees, does it fit the size you had in the story? Should we go larger or should we go smaller? I wouldn't, like, stylistically here, I wouldn't go much smaller than this. Because at the end of the day, it is our main subject here. But we can go larger. That won't really change the composition too much, so that's about right. Exact number isn't super important. I figured it wouldn't be like the super major here, but better to check. Is that a gateway to hell entrance? Perhaps. Also, what we can do, move it around. Hey, there it goes. All coming in from the right. From the left, sorry. We can center it if we want to go for very like symmetrical composition here. So if we just put a guide here in the middle, where's 50? There. Well, that's 51, sorry. Well, that should be 50. In any case, around 50. So we're in the middle here. Did anyone say teeth? Don't test me. I will add teeth to this if left to my own devices. So we centered the hole a little bit more. Tongues. Just add body parts at random. I want to do something here where take some of this orange color that's creating the edge here, and I expand it to the sides a little bit. kind of giving us the edges of the melting zones. Small thing, but it might help make them clearer. Tongues as teeth. Now that is cursed. Yeah, like a goose. See, this is what I love about chat. You guys cultivate the most cursed of the most cursed of banter, and I love that. Try to at least connect the three main streams. Just like drawing them. Not a super precise thing, but seeing if it'll work. Yeah, I like it. This is gonna be relatively goop free. Emphasis on relatively. No shame, we love goopy horror here. That wasn't fairly obvious by now. We are goopy horror enjoyers. Okay, now in terms of vibe of the entire image, we do have a nice contrast currently. We have a nice contrast between the reds going into the hole, that whole like red shifted area we mentioned, and the blues in the background, the atmosphere, those atmosphere blues. It could make a nice contrast, honestly. Obviously, we want to lean more. Oh, and googly eyes, can't forget those. There they are. You can make them bigger. They have grown as the whole eats more matter. But obviously, we want to lean more towards realistic than stylistic, because it's SCP at the end of the day. But given the choice, we can do both. Okay, how about we test out the colors, different color variations we can do here. Plenty of body horror in this one, just trypophobia and vomiting superheated matter instead of blood and guts. As one does, you know? It happens to the best of us. Ooh. Ooh, some purple. Putting that atmosphere blue into purples does something. Obviously, we can go with plenty of different colors. The blues would be the more naturalistic ones. We're changing the tones of the shadows here. If you weren't noticing. The purples to give it a really nice vibe. So I don't know. I feel like the shadow here changes a lot though. Changes a lot of things. We've all been there, you know. Sometimes you feel sick, you suddenly vomit a bunch of superheated matter. Kink Crunch Time. Thank you for the follow. So this here would be the midtones, and as you can see, we increase them. It affects the sky, the horizon, and a lot of the trees. So if we want to keep it realistic, we should keep it somewhere in the greens, which leaves the highlights. Mostly affect the sky and the clouds. not exclusively. If we want to complete the triad, and with triad here, if you don't know what color theory is, which I wouldn't blame you for, it's boring, you can do different variations of colors in the color wheel, and there are like names for a bunch of them. So complementary colors are when one color is here and the other one is right there. So in this case, with this purplish blue, it would be somewhere between yellow and green. But this here is a triad, and a triad usually works very well if you want to like a cohesive aesthetic, and it's choosing like a main color and then two secondary ones that are basically you take the opposite and you do it a little slice like this, and you choose like each side of the slice. So green and orangey yellow. Hey Genjis. The orange clouds do look nice, yeah. I'm gonna lean that towards orange a bit more. And then here in the balance, we can change like which way it leans. So if we lean it a lot towards the highlights, as you can see, everything will get a little orange, and we don't get a lot of purples in the shadows. If we lean it the other way, that's the opposite. So color grading adds to the full cohesiveness of the piece. Next you'll say math is boring. Nonsense. We love math in this stream, especially like alienating everybody with math, as I talk about fractals for half an hour. We love doing that. We really enjoy that. Adding a bit of grain to blend things together. You know, you guys know I love doing that. Here we can change the overall temperature. I think the contrasts work really nicely. Blues with the reds. It just makes the red pop out so much more. We love some rain. That would entail changing the entire picture, unfortunately, because we have some light clouds here, and those cover most of the canvas. And just changing the sky would be okay, but we would need to change the whole background. But what I like here is there's a very nice contrast. You have what is essentially a hellhole that, you know, feels like lava and death down there, over a very pretty, colorful, and vibrant, like lush environment with some like pretty clouds, and there's composition-wise, you got like a really nice fluffy cloud right here. And right below it, you got the hellhole. It kind of feels like a heaven and hell thing. I'm going a bit too deep into composition and metaphors here, but it does. So it's what I was saying. Like you can go like 100% for realism and for found footage, and you can go 100% for the more artistic, like thematic composition things, or you can do both. You can try to find a balance between the two. It's always fun when you can manage a nice balance. And the googly eyes, very important. So you get the difference here. We removed a lot of the kind of yellows from the background, so we only left the yellows here in the center, which kind of focuses a lot of that color inwards. And this is just so funny. I love the googlies in this one. It just makes the hellhole feel so much more just cuter. And there's also an important thing we need to do. We need to include somewhere here. Where should we sign this? I guess for the new folks here in chat today, I always sign my pictures by including this symbol somewhere hidden in the composition. So it could be like streams of the melted matter. Though that would include that would entail me changing those in a pretty big way. Like maybe you can do this, where you connect a little stream of matter going down here. We got one leg right there. We got the other one. We would need like a connection here, and then something that does this. And we would have a signature in the middle of the hellhole. But that one might be a bit pushing it a bit too far. Otherwise, it would be a nice place. The foliage is too dense and too small for us to include anything like distinguishable in it. The roots, oh, that is a very good idea. We got some parallel roots here. You just do something like this. Nice. We could even do the shadows of like from the clouds into the background. Like imagine like some bulby shadows doing essentially the shape of the signature. In a kind of distorted way, so it doesn't feel like too clean. What do you guys prefer? This one is not for consideration. What do you think would look better? I'm kind of leaning towards the shadow here. It feels a bit more subtle. Like one of these, I really like the signatures when they are both really big and really well hidden. So when you see them, you're like, oh god damn it, he tricked me. Those are always fun ones. Okay, let me give the cloud one a chance. Big and well hidden is always a fun little task. Let me see. We got some of the ones hidden right behind here. Could be useful. Like we got essentially the V and the A there. So it would need some editing. For it to look a bit better, but it is on the way there. You don't need to do that much, hopefully. Got the V, we got the A. Now we're just missing another line crossing over. Like this one. So we'll do maybe darken, yeah. So thankfully we were able to find a pre-existing cloud formation that already looked somewhat like the signature. Hey, good night, Capri Moon. Thanks for coming. Just depression hole. It's just a depression hole. You know, a depression hole. You've heard of those, right? I can do darken here. So that removes a little bit of detail, which we will have to re-add. Just by copying the same layer once again. Simple as that. I mean, it does kind of work, I think. We can just use this little shadow layer. To increase it slightly, make it feel like the other clouds around it. Technically, all holes are depression holes if you put your mind to it. Okay, let's see what this looks like after the smart filters. Nice. It's fairly well camouflaged, and it's big. Big yet well hidden signature, which is always a nice way of doing it. Bottomless pit supervisor. Oh no, the pit has googly eyes. There they are. Cower in fear. Where the googly has come. Also, I feel like I want to just tug it a little bit to the side. Position-wise, that works a bit better. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna crop it slightly. I'm gonna move the signature, make it slightly smaller too, so we can see all of it. But have you seen Nope? I haven't, so no spoilers, but I do really want to watch it. I was going to watch it today, and it turns out it is not in my local cinema. Which sucks, like, what the fuck? I want to see Nope. I don't know if maybe it didn't come out in Spain yet or something. I'm not sure, or maybe it's just that local cinema that sucks. They don't want to show it. But yeah, that sucks, because I think the Jordan Peele movies did really well in Spain too. So, I don't know why their marketing people thought it might not be worth like advertising here or something. Not sure. Not sure if it's a nationwide thing or if I'm just unlucky with my cinema choices. Not alone, a lot of people out there have been followed by light-absorbing ghosts and turned into walking stellar fusion engines. There are therapists who can help. Love that. Haven't watched a trailer. Me neither. I don't even know what the movie is about. I just know it's called Nope. And I've seen some, you know, posters and stuff, but not enough to even know what the movie is really about. which I like. I like going into these kinds of things blind. Oh, don't tell me I included the googly eyes in the final composition. Hold on. Now, no, the googlies aren't there. Pretty important thing to not forget the googlies. I imagine you'll appreciate it. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Nope. So, and I've really enjoyed the last two Jordan Peele movies. So, I'll enjoy it, I bet. But yeah, it sucks. I wanted to see it with my partner today, and we couldn't. So, we made some bean stew instead, which is also a good plan. I got googed. I accidentally googed myself. You've been googed. Googed once again. Happens to the best of us. Also, where's Edna? Edna, for those who don't know, is a fly that's been following us since the beginning of the stream, and she's very nice. She lands on my hand, and she just walks around, like very trusting. I don't know where she is. I think I see her up there on the ceiling. She wants some alone time, and that's fine. I love the little googly cap on this thing. Makes it feel like a little cyclops. Oh, you know Edna is somewhere rubbing her hands together. And then doing a little... Edna loves to do that. One of her favorite pastimes. Okay, what do you think, Chris? Anything else we want to add to this composition? Apart from more googly eyes, which can always be added, but anything you want to add to this? Hygienic Queen. Yeah. People say a lot of shit about flies, but flies are very clean. They're always grooming themselves. Add a frog? I would add a frog. Come on. Come on. I'm glad you like the redshifting idea. Read requests? Sure, hit me. There's already thousands of frogs in the picture. Very well. Yep. Odd. A single tiny pink mode of light, barely visible at the center. Like imperceptible. Oh, I can surely be done. I'll put it here on top. Pink then. Let's go with okay, since it's gonna be a tiny little thing, better be like a strong pink. And we go for very few pixels. Here's what we're gonna do. A little bit of pink. A little bit of white in the center. A little bit of blur. We'll just imagine the pink mode as a googly eye, exactly. It's the remains of the googly. So let me make that a little bit hazier. How's that? It's not noticeable. It's like a pixel in the entire composition. You get close, it's there though. Subtly change a dark patch of the forest into an Among Us shape. That would be evil. How's that, Riz? Perceptible enough? Imperceptible enough? Are we in the right balance here? Kind of want to try that beans too. It's still like warm out there too. Just been in the fire like, well, 2 hours ago now. It's been 2 hours already since I checked on this too. God damn. More googly eyes. Okay, hold on. Googlies. And I love that the googlies are going around the little pink moat. Show us the beans. Okay, we'll do googlies. Let's actually put some more googlies in there. And like, there's several entities observing. It's a family now. Pink bean, furious and bright against the infinite dark. I love that. Oh, Googlify, one of the slime streams. Okay, we'll do that instead. We'll leave the two googlies in the bottom, since those are fun. Okay, let's add those then. Now it has a personality. There it is. Slime off the string. This used to be a worm on the string. Now it got melted, thrown into the pot. What crimes will they commit? Worm on a string transformation. Yep. I guess who here hasn't seen my worm off a string thing? Oh yeah. Also, have you been enjoying the facade? The last few posts that Luke and I have been putting up. I think this one's my favorite. It's kind of subtle. I mean, it's not subtle, obviously, but it never really shows you the face of the monster. But I really like that. And the X-ray is very fun as well. Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying the lore. And let me show you the worm off a string. I think it was in November, yeah. The boy. You haven't seen it, Sean? Well, now you have. That is awesome. Thank you. Luke and I really enjoyed doing, thinking about the lore, writing down the sequence of events and kind of tracking the facade through the years. A booming voice roars from the sinkhole. Harris, do you have games on your phone? Oh, Harris. Anyway, yeah, that was the worm off the string, and there's lore to this one, believe it or not. The worm fell in love with the moon, so he decided to go out, free himself from his terrible string and pull himself the closest he could get to the moon. So he climbed up the tallest building. Little worm lore here. Belly, thank you so much for the follow. He's tough, he can make it. He can make it. Is there the VOD for the tier list stream saved anywhere? Yeah, it is. You should find it under the first collection of videos. You might have to scroll to the right a little bit. For those that don't know, I guess it's worth pointing out because I never really explain how I do this. If you go to my Twitch channel, go here and you go, whoa, that's me. Hey, me. You go to, where is it? Here. Here you'll find like the few latest streams, but if you go to the videos tab, if you scroll to the right a little bit, you'll just find like just some cool streams. And here you can find the tier list, for example. So it's mostly recent streams and streams for popular edits I've done, or special things like the 17-hour stream. That was crazy. Times of Horrors. You'll find like a variety here, but if you scroll down, you'll find them sorted. Anyway, yeah, that's how I do the streams and the videos. Every time I finish a stream, I just directly put it into a video. So yeah, every VOD is saved. I think the only things that haven't really been saved have been some like gaming streams. Because I know, since I don't tend to focus on gaming at all, I just try to make art here. Yeah, I don't really, like sometimes I even forget to clip them. I don't know if people are interested in see me gaming. I'm just here for the art mostly. And for the banter. The banter is fun. And the lore. Sometimes the lore and the art and the banter, they cross together, and that's the best streams. Often, actually. I really enjoy when we come up with lore on the fly too. Like from the, you know, little details like the red shifting here to sometimes where we've created entire storylines just within stream. That's always fun. We were here for Inscription. Yeah, a couple people. But like, no, people aren't coming to aren't tuning into my stream for games. They're here for art. That's what I've cultivated over the years. So if I do games, sure some people will tune in, but like half of the people who usually tune in, which is okay. Jesus, you can't keep getting away with this. Oh, oh, it's doing every single one. Okay, wow. I love this. Now it's gonna do this for every single. Okay, we'll at least remove the sound of that. I don't know. Can you still hear the sound? I don't know if that's in the desktop thing, but oh my god. Okay. Thank you so much, Jesus. You're absolutely insane in the best way. Thank you. I can still hear it in my I can still hear the voiceover in my ears. It's making me confused, but it's very funny. That's, oh my god, and we don't even have like a sub reward. But we will probably add some sub rewards when I do. I guess that's a good time to talk about that. Oh, we're back to music. Okay. Yes, the notification animation was made to look like Photoshop. But it kind of breaks since I moved it over to Stream Elements. Sometimes it gets clipped and you can't see the bottom of it. It's very annoying. I don't know how to fix it. But here's something I'm gonna do. I still don't know the exact dates because it'll depend on some flights I might pick up to go back to visit my family. But this is my way of celebrating 100k on Twitter, which is incredible. So this is still pending, like it is not the final, probably not the final version of this, but the idea is to do, mostly for myself, but for anyone who wants to participate, do this 10-day, 10 pieces of art challenge, where I'll be streaming 10 days. I'll be going through this prompt list, and anyone who wants to is invited to follow along in any way they want. That's the concept of it. The prompts are based, it's all about found footage. So it's all about quote unquote finding images of each of these things. And it's all like themed after you've been cursed and now you need to do this. But each of these prompts is slightly based on some of my work. So for example, either like themes I usually explore my work, or specific like series. I like to, I kept them kind of vague so people can follow them in any way that inspires them. But for example, historical is referring to Megalomorpha. Apocalyptic is referring to the Fractal series. Folklore is obviously referring to folklore. Infection can refer to either the fungal infection or any sort of medical horror. Biblical is obviously angels. Depths is things like washing up on shore. Cryptids, beyond the stars, or space stuff. Experiments, I've done a lot of failed experiment things. And supernatural, it just felt good with the curse theme, but I might change that one. That's the idea so far. But I was thinking of a good way of celebrating 100k that both felt, you know, like something to do myself and to just bring you guys a lot of art, and also something that people can interact with and people can participate in. So I found this was a nice balance between both. Rose, you have a great night. Thanks for coming. Yeah, share it with at least 10 people. That's kind of a joke, but that's, you know, using the hashtag mostly. Someone who did graphic design in school, this goes hard. Thank you. I've just like slapped together some elements. I kind of improvised this yesterday at night. I was doing this. Beyond the Stars is mostly Terry the Meat Planet, yeah. Like some of them are just inspired by one specific edit I want to revisit. The idea here is for myself, just like revisiting stuff I've enjoyed doing, or I want to give another try, or, you know, just revisiting my flagship series. So we'll have here the 6th day. And again, I might change the order of these, I might change the wording of these, I might even change some prompts entirely, like switch them around. But there's definitely going to be a prompt for Megalomorpha, which I might change from historical to insectoid. We'll see. Yeah, one for Megalomorpha and one for Fractal, which is apocalyptic. So that we'll use some of these 10 days to get some work done, not do an entire part of each of those series, but get some work done on a part of each. So favorite found footage piece of media? That's hard. I don't know, I kind of like written found footage. Like, it's not really found footage, but it's the equivalent, the written equivalent of found footage. Like Dracula. I like that kind of stuff. I want to do something like that in the future. Terry, sweet baby. I love Terry. Only discovered you and your art super recently, but your work is crazy good. Thank you so much. Can't believe I haven't seen your stuff before. Well, better late than never. Thank you, Pilibis. But yeah, is that something like just throwing it out there for artists, writers, whoever who are listening to me? is that something you'd be interested in participating? Like, not you don't need to do all of them. Just like, oh, maybe I'll do one or two, or do like a little piece of writing, or do something that combines several prompts. Just like completely free participation. But if that's something that sounds interesting to you, let me know, because I do want to gauge like if people are interested. But it's found footage kind of media. I'd like to find again one video called Russian Grandmaster Witch and Flies Away. Granny ass video that was probably edited in Windows Movie Maker or something like that. I don't think I've seen that. Sounds interesting. Yeah, okay. Seems some interest. I might, next to this, release an extra prompt list that's more specific to the kinds of things I will do. If you want to do it instead of historical, if you want to like take the prompt more literally, like I'm gonna do, and do megalomorpha and do fan art of whatever you want from that universe, do your own take on that universe, that could also be fun. So we'll see. I'm waiting to release this. Again, to that, until I know if I'm going to be out for a few days in the beginning of August. If I'm going to be out in the first weekend of August, so like, yeah, next week on that weekend. If I'm going to be out those days, I'll do it after I come back. If I'm not going to be out, I'll just probably start it in the August 1st to August 10th to just get a nice 10-day sequence there. And I'll be doing all of these in sequence from whatever day we start, but we'll be doing streams one day in advance. So I'll be doing the one for the first day the night before, so I get to post it on the first day and so on. Kind of like we did for eRevember. This is a tiny, like 1/3 version of eRevember that both, allows me to do some cool personal arts, do a little stream marathon that should be fun for you guys as well, and just do let people participate as well. Greg? Oh yeah, Greg. But yeah, I was thinking after this, in the Discord, I'll also open a channel on the Discord so people can post things related, like the things they've done for this challenge. And after that, I take either every 2 weeks or every month and have a prompt. I've seen Grumbly, another streamer who does horror art. He does it draw-alongs, and he basically like has a theme for each week. I think he does it each week, where people can participate, do whatever they want, like basically a little prompt or a theme for each week. People can do whatever they want, and one stream a week he'll do like he's on take on the prompt. And that sounds like a very fun little thing. So I think we could use a Discord to have a semi-regular, like regular but not like super pressing, maybe like every couple of weeks or so, prompt, which we'll also do a stream around where we show what people have done and do our own, and yeah, something like that. That could be fun, I think. Does that sound interesting to you? Like just using the Discord for more interactive stuff like that. I know there's some fantastic horror artists on the Discord, so it'd be great to see, like, to inspire people to do more stuff. Gatsu, thank you for the follow. And if you aren't on the Discord, and this sounds like an interesting thing to you for the future, you got a link in the chat right there. It's a great community if you haven't seen it. We have resources for artists. We have a whole channel dedicated to people sharing images they've taken, so other artists can use them completely free of charge and free of any responsibility. Just like use them freely or use them with like as long as you credits in some cases, but mostly like completely free to use. And yeah, we got a lot of good resources in there. Community collabs, basically. We don't bite, yeah. But yeah, it's the server is basically, we recently reached 1,000 people, so it's lively, it's healthy, and we're all a bunch of horror nerds and horror artists and very fun people. And yes, we also search for royalty-free pictures like I do on stream. It's always fun to find. But yeah, plenty of resources and stuff there. And inspiration. There's a whole channel for just stuff from the real world or cool art that you find to inspire others. It's a great source of inspiration. It's given me ideas many times. And feedback. We have a feedback channel. But yeah, if you're an artist or if you just want to see cool horror art, do join it. And hopefully we can get this little challenge started after this is done. I kind of wanted this to be the catalyst and start with these 10 prompts, and then after that we just start doing them semi-regularly. So yeah, if you're interested, I still don't know exactly when we'll be starting with this, so stay tuned to the Twitter. Free stock images, free download, no virus 2016, free hacked. Basically, that's what you'll find in our server. But yeah, I don't know when we'll be starting this. Provisional starting date will be August 1st. I'll mess around with this prompt list again, maybe release that second version of the prompt list with the most specific things I will be doing on stream, if you guys want to follow along more closely and just do something related to the specific theme, like I change historical here for megalomorpha, or I change apocalyptic for fractal. I change folklore for the specific folklore creature I want to do. So if you want to follow the more general or the more specific prompt list, that will be up to you. That way we have more options. Yeah, put that in quotes, Sora. But yeah, that's a little pending announcement, so you guys can hear it before anyone else. I think it'll be a fun little challenge. It's also just an excuse to stream more for a little while, like we did in November, which was really fun, really successful. I think people loved it when we streamed every day for that while. Twitch obviously loves it. The algorithms, they love when you post a lot of stuff, and yeah, Twitch loves when you stream every day, which is not a rhythm I can keep up all the time because I got work to do. But for little things like this, it's good to just find an excuse and do a little streaming marathon whenever possible. Sora always has to add the codes twice. That's fine. But yeah, I think that should do it for us today. Let me quickly check if someone's streaming, because I think I mentioned Grumbly before, and Grumbly is streaming. He's making a horror mask, so that's very fun. Okay, y'all, we are gonna go raid Grumbly. Alright, raid will start in just a few seconds. Guys, go say hi to Grumbly. He's a fantastic art streamer, does a bunch of horror arts, so you'll definitely enjoy it if you like my stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday. Until then, take care, folks.